Hey guys, it's Jill with Jill vs. Life. Hope everybody's having a good night tonight. I'm coming to you live from the minivan again. The children had roasted peeps on the fire tonight, so there are some crazy extra sugar high kids going on. As you pop on, I think there's been some issues with live tonight, so as you pop on, please, if you could give me some thumbs up, some likes, some angry faces, in case you don't like my headband or something like that, so that I know you can hear me. Alright, looks like we're getting some people on here. Tonight, I'm going to talk about planners and scheduling and how that helps to decrease my anxiety. We're kind of wrapping up my anxiety series, and just kind of wanted to talk about that. And thanks, Tammy. Thanks for letting me know that you can hear me. Back at you. So for those of you that know me, you may be laughing at this topic because I'm probably the most unorganized person that you've ever met in your life. But I do schedule things, and I'm actually very organized, unorganized. And I know that there are those of you on here that are laughing, hi mom, including you, laughing at me, but there is organization to my chaos. And there is. And, you know, I may have a crazy, unorganized mess, but I know exactly what's in there. I know exactly which layer certain things are on. Anyways, I digress, as I usually do. So, basically what I just kind of wanted to touch on is that, I talked about things that I use to tips and tricks that I use to control my anxiety, kind of when I'm going into like an attack, or if there's like something just really weighing on me that's causing anxiety. But what we all know as well is there's not always something that's causing anxiety. Sometimes it's just our daily crap that's just, I know that anxiety exists for me every day, whether I do those things to minimize it or not. So, keeping a schedule, keeping things, the things that I'm going to talk about tonight, just help me to minimize that and kind of keep that at bay a little bit on a daily basis. So, a lot of what scheduling does for me is helps with time management, which is what scheduling does for anyone. So, I know there's a lot of people that will tell you pen and paper is better, electronic is better. I kind of do both. There's parts of my life that I put on paper. A lot of the personal things that just only affect me go on paper. And there's a couple planners that I like, the Day Designer and Erin Condren. But as far as those, Tyler, inevitably, I'm out here by myself. He walks through that door every time I do a live, trying to interrupt me. I should just flip this around and y'all can see him in his pajama pants. But anyways, I'm getting a smart aleck look from him. So, I'll go on. ADD. So, I was talking about, so Day Designer and Erin Condren, those are my favorite paper planners. And I plan to do another topic just on kind of how a couple reviews on planners and planner systems. And then we also use Asana. It's a website, and then it kind of works as a web app as well on your phone. And that is what helps Tyler and I to connect our schedules, because I can put in there, parent-teacher conference and send that as a task to him, and then that goes on his schedule, and it reminds him periodically so that he doesn't schedule a hot tub delivery for when we're supposed to be at parent-teacher conferences, things like that. So that works super handy. And then there's other parts that I just simply use my calendar, the plain Jane old calendar app on my phone. So I do several things. I am a kind of habitual planner buyer, and so I've tried a lot of planners, and I know what ones work well for me. But that being said, different planners work for different people. So find what works for you, grab it, and run with it. So anyways, if you have questions about planners or about Asana or about any other web apps, post them below or shoot me a message, or heck, just come over to my house and we'll chat and have coffee. So as far as what do I schedule? What do I put in there? I do the regular stuff, school stuff, work stuff. Like I said, Tyler and I share the sauna. We run a pool and hot tub business together. We have 2 stores, and so we catch each other coming and going half the time. So a lot of the things that we put in there are, deliveries when those things are scheduled. And so that way we are... He just turned the lights out on me in the garage. Seriously, that man. Anyways, so we schedule those kind of things in Asana so that we know we can keep track of each other, or that's the idea. Delivery days, we get milk delivered, and if I don't put that in the schedule and remember it, the milk then becomes cottage cheese. So things like that, we put into the schedule. Other things I schedule is our meal plan and prep days. And I do my meal plan and prep a little bit differently. I plan out our meals for the week, and I've tried to do what everybody else does and do prep on one day for, a few hours and get it all done for the week. And that never works for me. I get I don't know, it's like I get angry because I'm standing there prepping for hours, and I get angry at the food, and then I don't want to eat it, and then I waste it, and it's this whole process. So, anyways, I just prep throughout the week, and so I have to align those prep things with my meals. So for instance, if I'm having chicken fajitas, then I have to align my prep to do extra chicken so that I have chicken for a couple extra lunches. And so that's about as far as I can schedule it out, or I get tired of it and it doesn't work for me. Anyways, that all goes into the schedule. I do have a handy little meal plan guide with a grocery list that I've created, and I wanted to throw that out there. If anybody's interested in that, let me know and I can shoot you that. It's printable. I just print out copies of it and can write it all up, organize my grocery list so that it's easier to shop and do all those things. But just throw me a comment below and I can get you the link for that. The other thing that I throw into the schedule is some house cleaning duties. Like I said, I am the most unorganized person that you'll ever meet, and so when you see my house, you'll see that. Having a clean house is the number one thing that can make my anxiety go from here to here. I'm just really, really bad at it. I've tried to be good at it. Other people in my family are really great at it. I'm just terrible at it. So what I do is I put a room every day of the week, and so for 30 minutes, no excuses, that room gets attacked. And what doesn't get done, doesn't get in 30 minutes, doesn't get done. But it goes in the schedule, and so that's one of the things that helps to reduce my anxiety. That, and when my husband just decides to clean the house on his own, that's a big help. Last thing that helps keep me centered, helps reduce anxiety, that goes into my schedule every week are my me time. And for me, that's in the morning, and that's when I'm getting my workout done. I'm getting, having a little quiet time for Mom, and getting in the mornings, I try to get at least 10 to 20 minutes of self-development time, whether that is a book or a podcast or an audio book. Sometimes it's even just me journaling my thoughts. If I wake up and I just have a lot of anxiety and a lot of things racing through my head, sometimes good personal development for me is just to get those thoughts down and be able to think about those later. I get them out of my head. But anyways, that's my me time. I have a lot of people, ask, how do you make time for that? I don't have another minute in my day. And to that I call BS, to say it nicely. I mean, I don't have an extra minute in my day either, so I increase my day. I get up 30 to 45 minutes earlier than I used to in the past, and that gives me a good solid hour of time before the rest of my family is downstairs to get these things done. So a long time ago, I was using that same excuse. I can't do this because I don't have time. And a mentor of mine said, bullshit. You do have time. You're just not prioritizing it. And that's was totally very true. I had no real argument against that. At the time I said, oh yeah, well, that's what you think. But now I prioritize it. I put it in my schedule. It happens every day. Well, every day, most of the time. There's days that we all, are human. But anyways, so that's, in a nutshell, that's my schedule. That's how scheduling helps reduce my anxiety. So just being able to have good time management so that I don't have all of these things constantly popping up like, surprise, you were supposed to have a meeting with so-and-so. But if it's on my schedule, then I know about it. And if Tyler looks at what I send him, he knows about it. So those things just help our life run smoother. Anyways, if you have any questions about planners, about meal prep, I'm going to try to throw those up as some new topics later on in the next couple weeks. So keep your eye out. If you have immediate questions, you can always post them below, message me. I live to help people. So throw those out there. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great night. Thanks everybody for hopping on. And, I will get all of this into my blog later tonight, and I will see you all later. Love ya. Bye.